Well, hello. Little departure from the boat repairs. Give you a little slice of what Winty does to pay for the boat, the toys, support a family. Beck was having a little trouble this morning getting off to school. It's his first year of middle school. I guess he's halfway through now, but 6th grade. Just the extra responsibility, schedule, commitments, the homework, after school, extracurricular stuff we've got piled on for him. I remember that year quite well. My big commitment outside of school was I had my first job. I was delivered newspapers. After school, it was like an hour and a half of work, just in our little neighborhood. My route was a little T. I could do it on my bike. I think I had about just under 30 doors. On the weekends, my folks would drive me around. For me, that was the start of my career, and this is one of my work trucks. I park it at a storage yard. I used to use it every week, and over the years, things have evolved, my clients have shifted, and I'm doing a lot more now with less. Thinking this is a good opportunity to just kind of document before I pass her on to the next owner. And keeping an old truck running has so many similarities to running an old boat. So this is a 1991 Isuzu diesel. It's got an inline 4 cylinder. The most reliable engine I've ever owned or maintained. Actually, I do none of the maintenance. I have a shop do it. This thing actually sat for the entire month of December. I was out of town during the cold snap. And I was afraid when I got back to the truck that the batteries may have been flat from the cold and the sit. See here, she's got 271,000 miles. I put less than 5,000 a year on this thing. Basically drives to a job site and will sit until the job's done, and then it comes back to storage. Get the key in here. Oh yeah, every time fires right up. I've never had an extended crank, even up in the mountains when it's below freezing. See the guys return the truck with an empty tank. See if I can do this single-handed. This is the coolest part of the truck. Cab overs are cool. See, I think there's a second lever I gotta release. I forget. Where is it? Oh, there it is. This is where I dump all the fast food containers on the floor. See this safety pin? Always install the safety pin. So, awful lot like a boat engine. Easy to work on, easy to get at. I put so few miles on the truck, the tires age out from sun damage before I chew up the treads. The outside rears are due, which probably means the inners need to be done as well. But again, it's like new tread. Keeping a commercial truck on the road in California is an expensive proposition. This truck is somewhat unique because of its weight rating. It's under 15,000 GVW. It's exempt from all of the emissions requirements. I don't have to smog it, and it doesn't have a phase out period, and it doesn't require retrofitting with that urea injection. So as the law stands right now, this truck can run in the state of California indefinitely. My previous neighbor here at the yard had an RV trailer, and I think they fish hooked my gate control box. It's all bent and jacked up, and one of my guys broke one of the switches. I ordered a new one. It came from Germany, and of course it didn't fit, and it was a $100 switch. Best part of this truck is the 7-foot cantilever lift gate, 3,300 pound lifting capacity. Rams are good, no leaks. Looks like the door trim is toast. This is what happens when the locking bar gets hooked in the lift gate and pokes a hole in the door. So in our line of work, we like swing doors for two reasons. It allows us to hang stuff on the doors, as well as store things overhead where a roll-up door would normally be in the way. And the guys are coming down to the truck tomorrow to clean it up. It's still kind of a mess from the last show. I wasn't on the show, so I haven't been back here. But I'm here to pull these two units. I need these for a job I'm doing tomorrow. So in television and the movie business, this truck is known as a grip truck. It's actually a very small grip truck, and it's combined. It's a lighting department as well as grip. I've kind of thrived in the medium to smaller size projects, promos, commercials, all the wraparound stuff that's attached to a major TV show, telecast, or movie. But I don't actually work on the primary piece of content. So I'll start with a quick tour, aft and starboard side. We run, because we're out of deck space, 6 C-stands on a finger-crushing rack. And when you're too hyper-focused on protecting your fingers, that's when one of these guys comes out and gets you in the mouth. Sandbag cart. We have our lighting head cart. Carries 4 4-foot 4 Bankino flows. These are fluorescent fixtures. Fluorescents had a good run. I would say, what, 20, maybe 25-year run in the media business, but these have all been replaced with LEDs now. They actually have retrofit kits to swap out the tubes to LED. I don't know if I'm gonna go there or not. It's kind of cost prohibitive. I think it's about $800 per light to switch these out to those quasar tubes. So for now, we're just plugging along with the fluorescents. Also have 2 single 4-footers. I like these for just shoulder lighting people when you're doing shoulder shots, and then they make nice little uplights or downlights on set pieces if you just want a uniform little gradient of light. Ballast for the said kinos, miscellaneous scrap drill crate, spare Kino tubes, daylight, and tungsten color. I got a mix of 32s and 29s. For a number of years, the 29s were all the rage because they're a closer match to quartz halogen units, lights, where the golds are a true 3200 Kelvin. It's probably as meaningless to the majority of the people watching this. We don't play tennis. We actually use these, we cut holes in them and put them on all the pokey bits that are sticking out that can get someone in the face, which for the most part, you don't have pokey items out, you rig things so it's safe, but every once in a while you'll have something. There's a hand truck with 4 families of Apple boxes. We use these for everything from something to sit on to elevating the height of a table or an actor. Frequently we'll lay dolly track on uneven terrain and level with a combo of Apple boxes, wedges, and cribbing. Wedges are just cut from sticks 2x4. This is a grip cart, affectionately known as the taco cart. We carry 8 C-stands and then an assortment of milk crates that have some spray cans with some of the stuff we need, frequently silicone spray pledge, rigging hardware, clamps. So it's a speed rail air sitting up there. That actually doesn't belong up there. That's some Cardellini's foam core holders. The digital green and blue and 12x20. We had a roof leak over there, which hopefully is not leaking this rainy season. I've killed a few rags over the years. Those things are like, I think they're about $600 or $700, and if they get wet, it's trash. It stains and it has to be replaced. These are grip flags, 4-foot by 4-foot, color coded depending on what they do. This is a silk, double net, single net. This is what's called an ultra bounce. It's a white material on one side for bouncing, reflecting light, and black on the other side to do the opposite. Create negative light, we'll frequently refer to it as negative. And each of these types of textiles has to be fire treated to be safe, because we're frequently punching hot quartz halogen lights into or near textiles. And then on this side are open aluminum frames that we'll apply lighting gel to. It's a gelatin material that is heat resistant, and they affect light quality, transmission quality. Some of them are shaded, like this is a half blue, so that would match a typical quartz halogen light. It brings it halfway up in color temperature to match the sunlight. Heat shield, we use this with big bright lights, frequently for shooting high speed, slow motion. You gotta put more illumination on people or things that can cause them to melt. Here's a 1x4 beadboard. The grips use this to control light. You can actually see its effect on the door right there. Bringing up a little fill. Some more rags. We have way too much seamless paper on board, partial rolls from jobs. We got to purge. 12x frame, 6x frame. We don't carry an 8x. Ellipsoidal. Here's another 4 apple boxes on a hand truck. Some spring clamps. A mess of line and furniture pads. And under here I've got 4 2000 watt space lights. These are just for ambient fill, base level illumination on sets. Typically rigged overhead with rope or chain. And they have a textile skirt, which is in here. It's a round white cylinder, white or black or partial of each, depending on how you want to control the light. Gel, overhead, 2 shiny boards, an additional 2 on the 4x cart. And then this is a slot for additional 4x4 sheet material and 4x8s ride to the left. 8, 10, and 12 foot sticks of what we call speed rail. We use that for rigging. It's just 1.25 inch schedule 40 aluminum pipe. And then on the left door, we got a bunch of grip stands. The truck just came off of a few days on location for a movie. And like I said, it's been raining, so the guys haven't wanted to come back and clean it up until things settle down a bit outside, because they gotta pull all these carts out and wipe things down. Well, if you made it this far, I'm amazed. Thanks for sticking around. And I'll get back to the boat projects next weekend.